knees. Consistency over and over and over and over and over and over. That's the hard part. Oh. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I want to thank you for tuning in again. This is another day where I've got to do the same thing over and over again. We're going to keep it like that. We're going to keep it like that. Heavy as the head that wears a crown. Welcome to the best development channel in the world. I'm your host, Alex. Thank you for tuning in. We're just going to keep going on the backs of what we've been going on for the past week. And that is the continuation. Consistency. That's the name of the game. Consistency over and over and over again. You got to let things compound, but you got to give it enough to compound with. You got to give it enough to stick on. Foundation comes from consistency. You've got to be consistent in whatever it is that you're trying to do for it to have any type of visible change. The focus of the week, which is just consistency, is the idea of comfort. There are a lot of things making you comfortable, which makes it hard to be uncomfortable. It's not that you're not chasing the uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say is needed for growth, right? You need to be uncomfortable in order for you to change. There's gonna be no reason for you to change in something that is comfortable. You've got to get uncomfortable in order to change. Well, there are a lot of things keeping you comfortable. There are a lot of things that are keeping you docile. There are a lot of things that are keeping you relaxed and chilled. There's no way for you to change if things are comfortable. So in addition to consistency, there needs to be a level of understanding the uncomfortability, and we're gonna play with that. Doing something consistently uncomfortable. Doing something that makes you uncomfortable consistently in the area in which you want to change. You want to go to the gym, you're gonna have to go do these workouts. These workouts have not been comfortable, which is why you haven't been doing them. You haven't been going to the gym to go do push-ups. You haven't been going outside to go do some squats, which is why you're in the place that you are. Go to the gym. It's uncomfortable at first. After a while, after doing that consistently, you'll see results. There needs to be a consistency factor in that uncomfortability space. And then that all starts from a desire. If you have no desire to go to the gym, whether you've been comfortable or not, even if you are uncomfortable, if you don't have the desire to better your own physical attributes, to better your own physical health, even if you're uncomfortable, if you don't want to do it, it's not going to happen. You can be as uncomfortable as the situation can demand of you. You can be as uncomfortable as possible. If you don't want to change, you still won't change. You'll just continue to be in that uncomfortable space. You'll continue to be uncomfortable until you change. And that's the reason why being uncomfortable makes you change. You're going to continuously be in that place of uncomfortability if you don't do something to change it. Which is why you need to be in that spot to change. You're not going to change if you continuously stay comfortable. But in both paths, whether it's the comfort piece or whether it's the uncomfortability piece, it needs to be consistent. If you're comfortable consistently and you only create events of uncomfortability occasionally, there's not going to be much change. There's not going to be much variance because you're still comfortable. If anything, you're gonna go back to that comfort even more because of the small opportunities of change. Because of those small opportunities of change, but you go right back to the comfort is then reinforced. The comfort becomes reinforced as a place of solitude, or you go through this period of uncomfortability and you go run right back to this place of comfort. It becomes even more solidified. This is a place of comfort. This is a place of comfort. This is a place of comfort. So anytime you go somewhere else, you go immediately back to that place of comfort. Now, if that's a home, if that's something that, your family, if that's something solid and of value, then who am I to say that shouldn't make you comfortable? But if what you're doing right now, that is the state of comfortability, if that is not where you want to be, then you need to be uncomfortable. You need to be uncomfortable in places that you want to improve on, and do that consistently. Whew. I'm talking to myself. I hope the words that I'm saying actually hit you, because I'm talking to myself. There are certain things that I want to do that I have to be that I'm uncomfortable doing. But in order for me to get to where I want to get to, which is why I keep putting myself in these situations that make me uncomfortable, unconsciously, I'm putting myself in situations that I want to be in, but it's uncomfortable. I want to be in these situations, but it's uncomfortable. I have to continuously put myself in these situations to figure out how to be comfortable in that situation. Example, and I think this might be an example for a lot of people. Public speaking, right? I mean, that's the typical, fear of heights type of thing. Public speaking is a big thing that a lot of people have a difficulty with. How do you get better at public speaking? Not speaking? Or running away from those opportunities of public speaking? If you have a fear of public speaking, go speak in public until you don't. Until I can figure out another way, because it's obviously a lot easier said than done to just toss yourself in these uncomfortable situations. But they're uncomfortable. Why would I go through this uncomfortability? There's a purpose. And I think that's a key understanding. There's a desire, there's a purpose inside, which is why I'm going through this uncomfortability. I want to get fit, which is why I'm going to continue to go to the gym, even though I'm tired, even though it hurts, even though I get, exhausted after a couple of hours. I want to get fit, therefore I go through that uncomfortability. And that why is going to keep you, it's going to keep the drive. Otherwise, you're going to run back to the comfort. There needs to be a purpose. There needs to be a purpose as to why you're going through the uncomfortability. If you have no purpose, then there's no reason. Why? Why would I? There needs to be a purpose. And then to revisit that purpose consistently will make it easier for you to stay in that uncomfortable position. Revisiting the purpose of uncomfortability will give you the drive to stay there until it becomes comfortable. Because you wanted to be there. You wanted to do that. There was a purpose behind it. Have your purpose. Stay consistent in it. Consistency, uncomfortability. That's all I've got for today. We're gonna keep it short like usual. If you wanna stay in touch, I've obviously got the YouTube channel. You can obviously please subscribe to the channel, like the video if you liked it. Leave a comment. I need to have some type of feedback. I know I've been making a couple of videos, here and there, and I've got some subscribers. I've got people watching. Let me know what you think. That's it, man. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe, stay easy. See y'all next time.